Can you objectively describe what it feels like when you exercise, what it feels like when you stretch, what it feels like when you do weight-bearing routines? I mean, objectively, is it painless? Is it easy? Is it wobbly? Like, what is it like?
You have good days and bad days. So in Ehlers-Danlos, you have multiple different things that are a result of this whole collagen synthesis problem. And for me, wrestling with it for a while, I would hope I had made some progress in it. So it seems to get better for me every year. A couple of things are working in my favor for that. But on good days, I love exercise just as much as anybody who loves exercise. Like, get to move, and feels great to put your body to work. I love the feeling of crapping out on a hard set, like, oh man, and you work to failure and you get to push past it. I love the feeling that comes from thinking you have a limit and then pushing past it. I love that. But I also have some really crummy days too. And I probably exist on average. I'm probably between a 2 and a 3 on the pain scale from 1 to 10. There were times in my life where I was a 7 every day, but on the bad days where the whole body's in pain, or I have a specific injury I'm wrestling with, or maybe I've got some mast cell activation, which is a problematic symptom, or POTS, that's called postural orthostatic tachycardia. It's a mouthful, but that means you get really dizzy when you stand up or when you change positions, which is what you do in exercise all the time. When I'm in a day like that, it's just a drag. It's the worst. Like, it hurts. I don't want to do it. It feels like crap. I'd much rather be on the couch or like laying down for a nap. But I don't give myself that option, because I know that those days it counts extra. So I do it.
You said that your average day is a 2 to 3 pain scale.
Mm-hmm.
What is the average person's average day pain supposed to be?
There's a really funny shirt. It's like when the doctor says, like, how much pain are you in today? And you're like, oh, the normal amount. And the doctor says the normal amount's 0. And the guy's face is like, oh, that's weird. It's supposed to be 0. Your daily activity in life should be a 0, and maybe you'll get uncomfortable now and then. But that's just not my normal.
So I think this is a very important point, because my day is truly a 0. I go through my day. I'm 44 years old. From as far back as I can remember, it doesn't hurt to move. It feels great to move, right? When I stretch, I get a little bit uncomfortable. Like, that's where I would say a really good stretch is pushing me like to a 1 or a 2. When I'm lifting weights, nothing hurts. The weight is heavy, but muscles don't hurt. Joints don't hurt. Like, it doesn't hurt to lift weights. It doesn't hurt to run, right? When I get an injury, that injury might bring me to a 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there, right? I would say in my life, I have been above a 6 less than a handful of times. And most of the time that I'm above a 6, something very, very bad just acutely happened.
Right, like an injury or something. Yeah.
And it goes away. Like, you don't sustain that 6 or 7 for very long, because as soon as you have 600 milligrams of Tylenol, or as soon as you sit down and take a break and put your weight off of your, twisted ankle, the pain goes away.
Right. That's normal.
That's
how the body's supposed to work. Yes.
And I completely agree with you. And I want everyone to understand, if you're not at 0, if your life doesn't feel like my life just described, there is room for improvement.
Yes.
Because the human body was built to be at 0 pain.
Yeah.
Even when you're active.
Yeah, and the exercise science literature bears that out. One of the most powerful and effective treatments for chronic pain is regular exercise, specifically resistance training. And that doesn't sound like, it sounds counterintuitive. It sounds like if I'm in pain and there's something wrong with my body, if I go move, if I go exercise, I'm just going to make the pain worse. But there are mechanisms in our body that reduce not just the pain response, but also improve the tissues that are damaged.